So a lot of people ask, should you be selling right now during this time and this craziness? And I mean, the answer is yes. I mean, if you want to be in business, you have to put things in place to sell your product or service. And really the big thing is now is filling a pipeline. Step one, which is always step one, right? So filling your pipeline now isn't necessarily for trying to get meetings next week or even the following week. Is trying to make sure that you're educating people on your product or service so that when they're ready to buy, things are moving. So you want to fill that pipeline even more so than you would in normal times. So the big thing is trying to work with people that are used to having meetings, coffee or whatever, and hopefully at some point that all comes back. But in the meantime, it could be a big shift, both short and long term right now. And the big thing where you start to see the pivot or shift or whatever you want to call it is how do you put these things in place, right? So the first thing is yes, you should be selling. The second thing is empowering your sales team, or if you don't have a sales team, empowering yourself to get out in front of people. How can you do that? Well, there's a couple of different tools out there that you could leverage. Create short videos. You can do little things that are just audio recordings, just to give people a sense of, hey, you exist. They want to talk to people, which is interesting because they're sitting at home, right? So they don't have an excuse to go out and meet with just other adults, right? So they're trying to look for those things. So in your sales team, salespeople are naturally outgoing for the most part. They want to be seen, they want to be heard, they want to have that interaction. That's what makes them good salespeople. So empowering your sales team to do that, is encouraging them to create content. You can do it great through social media. Video is huge. It always has been, and it has been growing and growing. And now in the middle of this, it's even more pronounced. People want to see your face, even if you haven't had a haircut, it gives you a reason to get out in front of people and have a personal touch. The audio works just as well. I mean, if you have an iPhone or any other phone, record a short message and just say, hey, thinking about you. I know we were having a great conversation in February about our product. Just want to see when you're able to pick it up. I know it's a crazy time, but just want to let you know if you have any questions while you're going through everything during your daily workday, give me a call. But you almost have to repeat that, consistently once you start to do it. And what we're getting as an agency is a lot of questions on how to do that. The small business owner, what we're doing is moving everybody a little bit virtual and teaching them how to leverage some of these tools that for me in social media and marketing have been the norm for the past 8, 9, 10 years. Some companies haven't made that shift and now they're feeling that pain, but they're not sure where to go. So the big thing is just the recap is, one, you want to always be selling. Two, you need to create the tools and the pathway to get in front of your products. Video, audio is huge for that. And then three is how are you going to follow up? And then what are you going to present, right? So you have to rebuild that sales funnel, which is a daunting task when you're sitting here and going, when is this going to end, or how is this going to end, and what changes are happening? My advice is just to go do. Start that, because the video part, the audio part, the social media part, and the digital marketing isn't going to go away after. It's been growing ever since this started, and I see it continuing to grow thereafter. So make sure that you're on that train, and if you need help, make sure you're getting the right help, because missteps here are not good. Just make sure you have the basics covered.